the way that played on their final day is superb. I don't think that they can be faulted at all. We'll see.
Welcome to GosuPicks, a ranking and prediction series by GosuGamers, where we'll be sharing our insights on the latest Mobile Legends Bang Bang M4 World Championship. My name is Reddy Tan, and joining me today is Jared Belanjo, our mobile esports editor. So, Jared, knockout stage or playoffs for M4, how do you feel? I mean, how is the storyline so far based on group stage? What do you think of the meta? Yeah, tell me more.
So I think the meta seems all over the place still. Teams just trying things out. No one's really shown a proper strategy. Well,
it's best of one after all, right?
Yeah, exactly. But there's definitely been some interesting storylines so far. The South American teams have definitely shown up big. We have the Turkish team showing up really big too. Unfortunately, didn't make it to the upper bracket.
Yeah, a bit of up and down for I would say, both Filipinos as well as the Indonesian representatives. And yeah, both Malaysian teams managed to make it to top 8, as in upper bracket. So yeah, I think this is really interesting for me as a Malaysian myself. But yeah, definitely we will be breaking things down. We'll be going through match by match. We'll start it off by going through the upper bracket first. And so yeah, let's look at the matchup. Starting things off, we have Falcon Esports, one of the most aggressive lineup in M4, taking on Onyx Esports, the Indonesian champion. They were defeated by Dota, was a bit shaken, but they're still very strong team. They're one of the deepest roster, very, very adaptive to their opponents. I expect a tough fight. But I am gonna put my money on Falcon, who is really on the momentum right now, and I'm predicting that they will be taking this series 3-2.
Next up, we have Team Hack and Echo. On one side, Team Hack slipped up early on, but since then have found their footing, bringing in the likes of Eudora and Dyrot to get the victories. On the other side, Echo is probably one of the strongest teams right now at M4. With a 3-0 win streak in the group stages, Kalsizi will need to be taken down to anyone to get past this team. I'm predicting a 3-1 scoreline for Echo here.
Next up, an old rivalry between Dota versus RRQ Hoshi. They've been, going at each other since M1 to now finally they're meeting again, same fate, but will RRQ be able to take down Dota once again, or will Dota be able to take their revenge? Personally, I'm gunning for Dota because as a Malaysian myself, so hope that they can at least take this 3-1 or even 3-2. They've been having a very clean group stage, so hopefully they can run this momentum and just take it home.
Okay, last but not least in the upper bracket, we have RRQ Akira and Blacklist International. For the Brazilians of RRQ, they've excelled with joy, but as soon as the hero was taken away from them, they've struggled quite a bit. On the other side, Blacklist International definitely haven't looked like champions just yet. With the pace of Falcon Esports going against them, Blacklist could not hold on, and RRQ could definitely use this against them. I am still going to bet on Blacklist International for this at 3-2 probably.
So, with all this, which series do you think is the most intense and the biggest game for you?
It's got to be Falcon versus Onyx Esports, definitely.
Okay, so do you agree with my prediction in the sense that I gave it to Falcon that it will be a 3-2 series? Or
I have to agree, even though I think Onyx is an amazing team right now. The way that Falcon played on their final day was just superb. I don't think that they can be faulted at all. Maybe it was something against Blacklist International, but, we'll see.
Well, interestingly, Onyx and Falcon, they briefly crossed swords during group stage of MSC, and where Falcon defeated Onyx and eliminated them from the group stage, right? So, do you think Onyx will be able to correct the mistakes this time around, or with the help of Kyrie? And yeah, what do you think?
I definitely think that Kyrie is a big factor for Onyx. Of course, he's easily one of the best junglers out there. But then you have Ken on the other side, who's actually proven himself.
His Martis, man.
Ban
exactly. Those frontliner heroes for him and all that. And well, he can play assassins as well. So I think
exactly
it's very interesting because as I was saying, Falcon's aggression was able to really put on all their pressure on this OHAP, right, against Blacklist. But then when it comes against Onyx Esports, where CW as well as Kyrie, they're all threats of their own, so it might be a little bit difficult for them to just focus their pressure. And with like home ground buffs, all the fans here cheering for Onyx, I kind of hope that they will prove us wrong. I mean, yeah, you do want to have at least like 1 or 2 Indonesian teams doing well in the knockout stage, right? To really just get the thing hype. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, there's only one way for us to find out. Yeah, let's see how things will go. Alright, now low bracket we have RSGSG against S11 Gaming. For me, I think this is more like a redemption arc for both, right? They have to redeem themselves. Both, I think both teams kind of like stumble a little bit. They are both 1-2 in their groups, and personally, I would like to see S11 Gaming, pick up the slack, continue to play with their mid laner Chan. I think he needs to play a more playmaking hero and not like a Harith mid. That was a little bit weird for me. But yeah, so let's see how that will go for them. But what do you think? Like, would this be a RSGSG game or S11?
I want to see S11 do really well, but look, RSGSG are the 2-time Singapore champions here. It's gonna be very tough.
Not gonna lie, I think in the setting of like best of 3, I think RSGSG has, theoretically, they have a better chance in taking this. So if I'm being objective here, probably like a 2-1 RSGSG.
Yeah. All right, then let's look at the next game, which is Incendio Supremacy and MDH Esports. This one I think is quite clear-cut, unfortunately. MDH, yeah, MDH have not performed at all. They obviously, you can't blame them here. They are very new on the international stage here, whereas Incendio do have a player who has experience from M3, and they have shown up really well. Maybe not flashy plays, but they really do look good to watch. What do you think? I'm saying it's a straight 2-0 here.
I agree with you. I mean, I expect Alien to dominate the lane again. I expect all the players to do well, and yeah, I mean, not much here. Just even Rosa, his mid lane control and the way he play, I think Incendio will take this easy, 2-0. Next series, we have the Valley versus Burnex Flash. Well, it's kind of a surprise that Valley, is down here in the Valley. Well, on the low bracket. To me, I really expected them to at least, be in second place in the group stage. But well, they have to face Burnex Flash. But I think they will be able to take this 2-0 as well. Something happened with Burnex Flash that they were not clean at all. There's something wrong. And I think since the defeat against Incendio, when they took out Kema, their jungler, just not looking great at all. And I think they have more problems to fix as compared to Valley. So yeah, Valley 2-0.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that one. They really haven't looked like a team that is gonna compete even in the lower bracket, unfortunately. And then finally we have Malvinas Gaming and Occupy Thrones. This is another tough one, I think, because while I don't think Occupy Thrones have shown up, neither really have Malvinas Gaming. They've had one good game, but it was against MDH Esports. Neither of these teams have looked terrible. Occupy Thrones definitely had one of the hardest groups, so I can't really fault them too much.
You're right. Even though they went 0-3, but the game where they were fighting against Araki Hoshi, they did make it kind of tough.
They stood their ground.
Yeah, for the Kings of Kings, right? So I think I would kind of lean towards Occupy Thrones, and I do want to see Mena do well, right? I want to see a newer region, kind of like show up. So that'll be good for some good storyline as well. So yeah, potentially I'm kind of lean to Occupy Thrones this time. So 2-1.
Yes, I'd say a 2-1 here. Yeah.
Let us know if you agree or disagree. We will always review. We will always take a look at your comments. So yeah, let us know what you think. Now let's take a look at some meta trend, right? So let's take a look at, I would say, some S tier heroes thus far based on group stage. Yeah, Jared, what do you have?
I think first and foremost is definitely Eve. Real world manipulation. That's all that needs to be said. Huge burst damage. The CC.
With the recent buff, she has better like tools against CC and all that, and I think. Yeah, pretty much, I think 70%, close to 70% win rate kind of spell it out. She is, I would say, I would even say first phase bannable if you really want, to target against certain teams. Yeah.
And then next up, I think carry. Again, the burst damage is just come out of nowhere.
She used to have a little bit of problem with like range, that's always been like a weakness, but with the recent buff on carry, is kind of, I would say negligible, and she's just like, she can overcome that with like damage, and she's no longer weak in laning. She's kind of lane bully at times, so yeah, I think her matchup is just crazy. Yeah, and for me next, I think I would even say Lapu Lapu. Probably one of the staple in off lane. Able to like engage one-on-one pretty well, and also like in team fights very flexible, and yeah, pretty much I think what 60% win rate in 10 match. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
And of course we have Ling. I would say with Fanny being banned most of the time, Ling's the next best thing, and we have so many great assassin players, and so long you're able to protect and get the purple buff, yeah, Ling is the way to go, and yeah, about 60-ish percentage win rate. So yeah, these are some of our S tier heroes. But obviously, there are some honorable mentions as well. 1-1 being one of them. If when it's not being banned for obvious reason, after 3 consecutive nerfs, she's still, I would say, the best, if not one of the best marksmen that we have right here.
I think Valentina definitely has come out. It's been for a little while now, but obviously the stolen ultimate ability of Valentina is just enough to make her one of the top picks.
Yeah, like kind of Swiss Army knife, and you can just slot her in any situation, like be it whether you're engaging or disengaging. Yeah, pretty much. And I would say Grok, very flex pick, and like the damage Grok in off lane seems to be picking up, with the wild charge and all that to just cancel most of the ultimates, as well as like really useful in team fight. Yeah, I think these are our S tier heroes, and obviously there are more heroes that can be slotted here. Let us know if you agree or disagree. Okay, so underrated heroes in M4 so far based on group stage. I personally would like to start with Popo and Koopa, only pick once, and the only time that Chiku guys got it with a Maniac. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be a one all the time thing, but I would say that if you're looking to like form a more like objective based and map control composition, Popo Koopa is definitely there. And I would say sometimes I just think that he's a better choice, better marksman choices as compared to, let's say, Iratel or whatever, in, let's say, when you are matching up with Carry or even Beatrix, right? So yeah, I really think that it is very underrated right now. What do you think, Jared? What's your next pick?
I think Terizla has been the one for me. It stands to reason when you just look at the hero, though. It's a massive AoE and CC, so really works out with the ulti there. Probably why it's kind of come up a little bit so far.
Yeah,
definitely hoping to see more.
Correct. The only thing you can say is that it's lack a little bit of mobility, but aside from that, durable, can engage, disengage, and all that. So yeah, definitely viable. Pretty underrated. Maybe hopefully we can see more of that in the knockout stage. Next, I would say Masha. Looking at the pace right now, a lot of teams are trying to go fast. It could be because of his best of one, but I think the trend will continue in knockout stage as well. So having Masha in the off lane to really stretch the pace could be interesting, and you can really punish the jungler, or if not, like really control the opposite jungler as well. So yeah, Masha definitely underrated.
Yeah, and then I'm going to add Angela to the list. Again, we've seen one or two, but I think Hot Guard is definitely something. I mean, Angela Ling is a combo we all know. Definitely something that we can hope to see more of going into the best of threes and best of fives.
You could even pair her with like Benedetta, Yuzong, like some of the meta heroes right now. So yeah, for sure, I think Angela could see more play with heroes like Matilda falling off. Yeah, why not Angela, right? And last but definitely not least, I would say Lunox, where we see more and more teams are picking up like non-marksman hero to play in the goal lane, like Harif and all. Lunox being one of them as well, but I think Lunox has technically you can say has a better kit as compared to Harif, where need a bit more time to farm to get the late game, but definitely scalable. So yeah, these are our underrated heroes so far. What are your own underrated heroes? Let us know. Okay, so that's all from us today in GosuPicks. We'll be continuing to do more content like this. Let us know what you like or don't like in the comments, and we will continue to improve. Yeah, let us know as well what you wish to see in an M4 knockout stage, right? Before we end today, Jared, what's your personal wish list, in the knockout stage?
So obviously, I do just want to see some really good games. I want to see upsets though. I do like a good upset, and especially with upper bracket, we have best of fives. There's a big chance for it. Lower brackets, best of threes. Maybe we suddenly see these smaller teams suddenly pull out their strats that they've been hiding.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
As for me, I definitely want to see more inventive draft. I'm more of a draft guy myself, so yeah, something crazy. Just I think so far we have like, if I'm mistaken, we have like 58 or 59 unique hero counts so far, and I hope that we can crack the big O 70 count by maybe first 2 days of group stage. Knockout stage. And yeah, let's just get creative, right? Just keep on piling, and can be existing hero but in different role. Why not? Bring out some other options, especially in the goal lane as well. I would say in jungler position. So yeah, with that said, thank you so much again. If you would like to get more updated to like M4 news coverage and all that, please go to GosuGamers.net. We will be covering it comprehensively, and I'll be here in Jakarta to like deliver the hottest and fastest news to you guys as well. So yeah, see you guys next.